Welcome to May's instructional video. This month's cooking activity is breakfast smoothies. It was inspired by the book, How to Raise a Mom. And in the book, they bring breakfast to their mom in bed. And so I thought, what better activity than to make breakfast smoothies with our little readers. In the breakfast smoothie I've sent you, we have strawberries, bananas, Greek yogurt, vanilla extract or vanilla stevia is what I like, and orange juice. You throw your ice in the cup, put in your ingredients, blend it up, and here you have your delicious breakfast smoothie. The great part about smoothies is that they're basically impossible to mess up, so you can use any ingredients you'd like. It's great if you have multiple cups in a small smoothie maker so that everybody in your family can make really whatever smoothie they'd like and customize it. If you use frozen strawberries, you can use less ice, and feel free to use any juice you want. I love orange juice, but apple juice is great, and so is coconut milk. I hope you have so much fun making these smoothies with your little readers, and hopefully one day they'll actually bring you one in bed. This month's craft activity was inspired by the book Born in the Wild. You can make these paint handprint animals, like the elephants you see here, or even a flamingo or a giraffe. I've emailed you the instructions, but I'll show you how to do it here. To do our craft activity this month, you'll need a couple different supplies that you should have around the house, otherwise you can get them on Amazon or your local craft store. We're going to demonstrate making the elephant mother and baby. You'll need to start with white cardstock, a black marker, I recommend probably using a washable marker, paintbrush, you need green paint and then gray paint, but if you don't have gray, you can of course mix white and black, which is what I had, a glue stick, 2 googly eyes, and then you'll need to use a paint tray that you can put your hand in. You can also use a paper plate, and I have this just to put this green paint in. Once you put your and your child's hand in here, you'll put it onto the paper and you'll end up with this. You'll want to flip it around because your fingers have now become the elephant's legs and your thumbs are the elephant's trunk. Then you'll take out your marker and you'll want to draw on the ears, the tail, the mouth, the toes, and any other details you choose to add to the elephant, like this. Now that you've added the individual pieces like the toes, the tail, the ears, the mouth, and the lines on the trunk, you'll want to add the 2 googly eyes. You can do that by just putting the glue stick a little dot here and a little dot here. You can put little black dots to indicate where you want it to be, and placing the googly eyes like so. The last part is you'll want to add the green grass, like this. Now that you've added the green grass, you have a fun mommy elephant and a baby elephant. I hope you enjoy our craft activity for this month. This month's math game was inspired by the book Born in the Wild. All you have to do is print out these templates I've already emailed to you, have your little reader count the different animals, and then cover the number that it correlates with. I'll show you really quickly how it works. This month's math game is an animal counting game. What you'll need is to print out the cards that we've already provided for you in your email, and then you'll need some kind of indicator for your little reader to be able to cover the number. You can use these clothespins to enhance their dexterity skills. You can use these little dots and have them put it over the number, or you can just have them use a pen and color over it, or maybe draw a shape. For this example, I'm going to use the clothespins. To play the game, you'll have your reader count the animal and then use the clothespin to cover the appropriate number. For these alligators, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll take the clothespin and put it on the number 5. I'll use this dot for the next example. You would count the monkeys, 1, 2, and you'd put the dot over the 2. Using these 2 options makes your cards reusable over and over. If you'd like to have a game on the go, you can cut out each one of these squares and use a clothespin to put them together, and that way you can play anytime you want. I hope you have so much fun playing this math game. This month's vocabulary game is in the form of these really fun animal puzzle cards. This is a template I've emailed you, so all you have to do is print them out. It was inspired by the book Born in the Wild. I'll show you how the game works. What you'll want to do is print out the cards we've provided for you through the email, and step 2 is to cut them out. Once you or your reader has cut out the individual pieces, you'll want to match them up. Now, your reader's learning a couple different things here. The first is the vocabulary names of each of the animals. For example, baby panda, baby bear, baby cow, or just cow, panda, and bear. The second thing they're learning is the actual names of each animal, depending on if they're male, female, or the baby. So, for this example, you would match up the puzzle cards of Daddy Giraffe, who's the bull, the baby giraffe, who's the calf, and the mama giraffe, who's the cow. Every card has a different indicator so that they can put the puzzle pieces together, and once they're set, they can move them aside. For a second example, we have a mommy lion who's called a lioness, a baby lion who's called a cub, and a daddy lion who's called a lion. I hope your little reader has so much fun with this vocabulary game. This month's reading activity was inspired by the Runaway Bunny. There's 2 parts. You can print these out from the email I sent to you. The first part is the story cards, and the second part is the sequencing of the story. I'll show you how it works. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is print out these directions that I have emailed to you. There's going to be 2 pages for the story cards to go on and 1 page of the actual story cards themselves. The second thing you want to do is actually cut out the story cards. Once you or your little reader have cut out the pieces, you want to match the pieces with the storyboard. You can do this in a couple different ways depending on the reading level of your child. The first way is you can read to them the sequence and they can match the story cards with the box. The second option is you can actually have them read the sequence to you and match the story card to the box. And the third option is you can have them retell you the story using the pictures. It's also really fun to create a new story using these pictures, not necessarily the exact story of the Runaway Bunny. I'm going to show you the first example, but feel free to be creative. So the first example would be, if you become a fish in a trout stream, so you'll have your reader find the fish in the trout stream. Here's the bunny pretending to be a fish. I will become a fisherman and I will fish for you. So you'll look for the mother bunny becoming a fisherman. Here she is. A second example would be, if you become a rock on the mountain high above me, so where's the bunny becoming a rock? Here it is. I will become a mountain climber and I will climb to where you are. Here's the bunny becoming a mountain climber. I hope you have so much fun with our reading activity for the month. Definitely have your little reader practice their reading comprehension as well as their storytelling. This month's science activity was inspired by Born in the Wild for the bear activity and Mommy Do You Love Me for the chicken activity. We go over the different life cycles of the 2 different animals. You can print out these from the email I sent. I'll show you how it works. Our science activity this month is focusing on the life cycle of both a bird and a mammal. The main idea here that you want your little reader to hang on to is that a bird is born from an egg and a mammal is born live. We'll show you the life cycle on page 2. To get started, you'll need to cut out the parts of the life cycle. Once you or your little reader has cut out the individual pieces, you can start with the chicken as there's only 3 pieces versus the bear where there's 5. You'll start by reading each phase and then having them match the individual piece to the phase. Egg. Mama hen lays her egg. They might think it's this one, but you'll ask them to discern which one is best, which would be that one. Baby chick hatches 21 days later. This one is the obvious choice. And then hen or rooster, baby chick will grow up to be a hen or a rooster. That's this one. The bears is a little bit more complicated since there's 5 pieces and many of them look the same. They can practice discernment by matching the shapes, or you can read all of the stages first and then read them a second time asking them to match the pieces after that. For example, these 2 look similar, but this one talks about fishing, so it would go here. I hope your reader has so much fun with our science activity and learning the life cycle of a chicken and a bear. This month's Pretend Play activity goes along with the book, My Monster Mama Loves Me So. You make your own monster masks that you can wear with your little reader. I've emailed you the instructions, but I'll show you how to do it really quickly. Here's the supplies you'll need to start out with. You'll need string to tie on your pieces. You'll need a pair of scissors. I used these creative cut scissors, but you can also use regular scissors. You'll need something that will cut a circle. This cuts a perfect circle, but you can also have your little reader or you trace using this lid that I got off the orange juice, or any other circle item. A glue stick to glue on the eyes, and a marker to draw on the different pieces of the mask. You'll start with this green piece of paper and cut out the masks. They'll end up like this. After you have your adult mask and your child mask cut out, you'll need to make these little yellow circles. And the way you'll do that is by tracing on the yellow paper or using this handy cutter. Once you've done that, you'll take those same yellow circles and you'll need to glue them on, like this. Now that the eyes are on, you'll want to draw little eyeballs on each eye, and then a nose on each monster. I chose to do it like the ones from the book, but you can be creative and choose any way you'd like to do it. If you want to do 2 eyes, 5 eyes, 6 eyes, and no nose, you can choose to do it that way. The last thing that you need to do is add the string to the sides of the masks, like this. Once you've tied the strings on, you can take them off, put them on your head, and tie the string around in the back. Now, you can wear these on your foreheads, or you can cut eyeballs in it like I did this one and wear it over your eyes so that you have 5 eyes instead of just 3. I hope your little reader and you have so much fun using these masks for your pretend play. We love questions and feedback, so if you need anything, shoot us an email to hello@readarookids.com.